Welcome. I'm Meredith. I'm a certified hypnotist, spiritual life coach, and this series is all about, it's all about making affirmations really work for you. Giving you some actionable items that you can do right away to really feel the change instead of just kind of, repeating something over and over and hoping it'll create a change. This is a way for you to take the power back and create it for yourself. Very deeply, very powerfully. Because when you combine thought and action, it just gives it much more power, and it goes deeper and it's faster. So, with that said, right now we're using the Power Thought cards. That may change, may stay the same. We'll see how it goes. But for now, we're going to continue on with them. And today's card is My Home is a Peaceful Haven. So here's the thing. Is it? If your home isn't a peaceful haven, saying this over and over is not going to make it so. But we can make it so. Look, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's lifestyle is different. So maybe you have 10 kids and your house is very busy and a little bit chaotic. Maybe you're living with your parents and you only have control over perhaps your bedroom. Who knows? It doesn't matter for this. So we want to give you things that you can do to create even just a small area of that peaceful haven and really strengthen it and anchor that feeling so that as soon as you see it, as soon as you're reminded of it, you can feel that peace. So it's going to depend on your situation and what you have available to you as far as what you can do specifically. But the idea is for right now, what's the smallest thing you can do that'll create a feeling of peace? Is there a lot of clutter? Pick a corner, a table, just a small area, and declutter it. Just that one spot. Look, even if you have to just pick everything up and move it to a different corner, but just create that one space that's free. Pull in things that to you feel peaceful, that remind you of peace. You don't have to spend any money. If when you were a kid, did you like to go outside and bare feet and really feel that connection with the earth? Maybe go outside and scoop up some dirt. Bring it back in, put it in a small bowl or some kind of cute container maybe. Just that symbol that you can reach out and touch and feel to remind you of that kind of grounding feeling. That feeling when perhaps you were a bit more gentle with yourself, a bit more peaceful. Or perhaps there are some flowers outside that you could bring in. Or some rocks. Maybe a rock with a smooth and polished surface. Something that you can kind of rub and feel. Or maybe a rougher rock. Something that you can work on very, very slowly, smoothing out over time. But whatever those things are, right? Whatever the size of the space, that doesn't matter. What matters is once you have that space cleared, even if it's this big, just make that space. And once you have it, once you have those things that bring you peace, it could be a drawing. Draw something peaceful. It doesn't matter. All that matters is for you. It feels peaceful. It reminds you of a peaceful time. Look, if nothing else, if you have nothing else, think about a person, maybe someone you know, maybe someone famous who feels like they have a peaceful energy. Get a picture, cut it out of a magazine, print it out from the internet, whatever it is that you need to do. Something that you associate with that peaceful feeling, with that safe feeling, right? Because safety is a part of this. You're going to create that space, bring those things in, and then you have to power them. And you want to spend some time, and it doesn't have to be a lot of time. It can be 2 minutes a day. It could also be 20 minutes a day if you have that time, if you choose to spend that time there. But however much time you have, you want to spend it in a sort of quiet contemplation, focusing on those things that you've brought in. Really experiencing them in the way that's appropriate for those items, right? If it's a rock, hold it, feel it. If it's a flower, smell it, touch it. If it's a picture, maybe feel it too, but just gaze into it. And as you do these things, as you experience them, and ideally you want to have things you can experience in every level, right? So you want something you can touch, you can smell, maybe even just a perfume or a cologne. You want something obviously to look at. If you have any sounds, any background sounds, any music that you find to be particularly peaceful, that makes you feel safe, this is where you want to play it too while you're doing this. You want to engage all of your senses. And as you do this, just take yourself into that moment with those items and just feel. Don't think. Feel. Feel that feeling of peace, that feeling of safety, even if it's fleeting, even if it's just for that moment. Because what this does is it can recharge you, it can strengthen you. And by creating this space, it's going to help energize you to expand it, right? And by doing this every day, even for just a moment or two, it's going to anchor this feeling so very quickly, probably in maybe about a week. You'll notice that as soon as you see the space, as soon as you think about it, that wonderful feeling of peace will just wash over you. So that if you're out, if you're in some less than positive situation, you can't get to that peaceful haven that you've created. But it's okay, because understand it's within you. And you've created that space within yourself by creating it externally first, by anchoring it. So that if you're if you have to give a public speech, for example, that can be a common thing for a lot of people to, maybe be a little bit fearful of, be nervous, have some, anxious feelings. Take yourself to that peaceful haven that you created. Close your eyes and envision it. And some people are highly visual. They'll really see details. Some people, it might just be an impression of it. It doesn't matter. You're going to experience it in the way that's right for you, and that's okay. Perhaps the scent that you brought in, perhaps that'll be the strongest thing for you. Perhaps a sound. Maybe the sound of a bell, if you used a bell, or even the tapping on a rock. Whatever that thing is, it's going to spark for you. And the more things you notice, you remember, you feel about that haven, the more deeply and powerfully you will return on an energetic level. So you can create that feeling of peace, of safety, wherever you go, whatever you do, and whatever life has to offer you. This will always be there for you. So, let me know what your peaceful haven's like. You know, whether you've already created it or maybe you're thinking about it. What things really spark that feeling for you. And how will that most help you to have that place, that energetic place you can always return, and you can always bring to the surface, let it surge up and calm you and soothe you and help you to do all the things you desire to do. And remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell so that you're alerted for every post. And let me know in the comments what you think, what you feel, because I value your thoughts and your feelings. So until next time, be good to yourself, because you are wonderful and you deserve it. And I wish only the best, all the best for you today and every day.